Okay, so this is a reading for Christine, and the question is, what's Christine? How's Christine getting on with her roommate in Phoenix, and what's going to happen in the near future for Christine, with the roommate, with the job, with all the rest of the stuff. So the central card here is the question, typically, and we have the Hermit, and the Hermit is Major Arcana number 9. It's September. It's the Hermit is usually a spiritual, like a little bit like a spiritual guide. He's usually somebody who's on his own. And here he's reversed, so I'm thinking he's talking about somebody who's lonely, somebody who is basically like a hermit, like she's feeling alone, she's feeling cut off from everybody, and she's wanting to change. Well, we know that because that's why we're asking the question. Anyway. The obstacle that may be in her way is the World, and the World card here is the Word card here is I'm thinking everything that's going on in her world at the moment, and it's her job. It's also a card of it's definitely a card of success. And completion, so that's a good thing. The foundation, however, is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is, as the card depicts, she's taken time out. She's just waiting for something to happen. So it's time out. It could also be a meditation, or it could be just typically waiting. And as the Hermit here is reversed, I'm definitely thinking it's really talking about just waiting until something happens. In the near past, we also have a waiting card. We have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is somebody who's basically not seeing what's going on, not really listening to what's going on, who's kind of stuck there, and who's not making any decisions for the moment. The near future is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is reversed. So the Four of Pentacles is typically it's a stable card, because fours are always stable. Even though it's reversed, it's still stable. It could be talking about putting money aside, or amassing money, or being greedy maybe about something. Maybe there is a money situation going on with her roommate. I don't know, she will verify that with me. In the near future, we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is talking about a victory. But the victory is kind of short-lived, because it's a double-edged knife, and the double-edged knife, of course, can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how we use it. If we look at this card here, which is Christine. What's going on now at the minute with Christine, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is the opulence card. It's the money card by excellence. It's all about the money. lots of money, and even when it's reversed, it's I would say it's when it's reversed, it's like Midas. It's like everything he touches turns to gold. So, well, that can be it can be a good thing or a bad thing, because I mean, if you want to have a cup of tea in the morning and your milk is turned to gold, well, your tea is not going to be very nice, is it? But it's again, it's a good thing or a bad thing. But it looks like there's everything is. Let's say that she has everything she needs for the moment, but maybe not emotionally. I mean physically, she has everything she needs. So materialistically, let's say. Materialistically, sorry. How other people see her, she's the hanging man, which is another major arcana. And the hanging man is, well, as his name indicates, is just hanging around. So he's kind of stuck. There's no movement going on. She could move if she wanted to, but it just seems that she's kind of stuck for the moment. Yeah, just stuck. Her hopes and fears. We have another major arcana card, which is the 5, and it's the Pope. And the Pope has the keys to the kingdom. The Pope is very wise. He's very well. He's a religious leader. He also has the yin and the yang. I would say he's the. We could also call him the high priest. So he knows. He has the knowledge. He knows about everything. He's all about education. He's all about maybe also the institution. So I'm thinking that might have something to do with her job. The ultimate outcome here, we have the Knight of Wands. I always see the Knight of Wands as moving house or moving jobs. And it could be, in this case for Christine, both. She could be moving house and moving jobs. And I hope that's what she's doing, because that's what she wants to do. That's her goal here. But here it's actually in movement. So that's a really good thing. So if I try to break it down into something more easily to talk about, there's a stroke of luck. There's going to be a stroke of luck here for her in the near future. Oh yeah, she's going to get a message. She's going to get a message or a letter or a contract or something, I'm thinking, from her job, or from her boss or whatever. Oh yeah. So here we have the foundation is she's hanging out, she's waiting, having time out, but and it's really pissing her off, because we have the cross here, and it's a burden, and it's just like pooh. Yeah, it's not really very. She's going to cut off with her goal is to move away from here. So I'm thinking she's going to cut off with her roommate and her whatever's going on here in the I'm thinking this probably might be Phoenix. So she's cutting off with that. I'm thinking whatever happened in the past here that she didn't want to think about is also it's also like in a bar or in a restaurant or going out, getting out there. She doesn't want to have anything to do with that while she's there in Phoenix. That's what. Yeah, she's just not doing anything. In fact, not having very much social life here. So the Ace of Swords here is with the tree, and the tree represents health. But it also could represent a pharmacy or something, a pharmaceutical company, I'm thinking, and that's where she works. And it's funny because we have a tree here, and we have the tree again, which is like mirroring. So I'm thinking that her job will give her a message or give her a proposition, make her a proposition, which will be more or less a double-edged knife or something like that. Yeah. So this is Christine here. I'll come back to that later. So yeah, she's making money. She's getting on with it. Of course, here we have the anchor. So she's blocked, and I'm thinking she's blocked until September, and so that's mirroring back what we said here with the Hermit. So it's not going to happen before September, I'm thinking, because we have the anchor and the hangman. The Pope here looks like it might be a boss or a director or something, and it looks like he's her friend. Looks like she knows who he is or she is. It could be a woman or a man, but she definitely knows who it is, this person. And we have the Crossroads, and the Crossroads is saying that you're going to have a choice. Well, she will have a choice with this double-edged knife here, or the proposition. She'll have a choice, and I'm thinking it's 6 to 8 weeks. She'll be moving house or moving jobs, and she might be even offered more money, I'm thinking. But let me just see. Oh yeah, we have the ship, so she's going to be moving, and it'll be in 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months, and she'll have a choice. That's it.